Greetings, happy holidays from the Faniac. I know this is coming very, very late, but I think we all know this time of year can get very, very hectic. And of course, I got my own stuff going around, but man, wow, it's already 2023. 2022 just flew by. Another year already in the can. And we got a lot of great movies that came out last year, and also some full bombs. The ones that just weren't that good. But hey, I think that just happens to come every year. But of course, as well as every year goes by, a new year comes in with even more movies cataloged, of which I think we all are excited for. And I would like to share the top 5 movies that I'm really excited to see this year. Now, this list is very personal, catered to what I am very anticipated for and excited to experience. So just know that going in, that you can debate whether or not, if you're excited to see this year, I don't mind, and I think that's just as much as I can say. It's just geared towards what I'm really just hyped to see. But hey, let's get started. At number 5 on my list, Barbie. I don't think I would ever have said that in my life, that I would ever be excited for a Barbie movie. But when you tell me that you're getting Academy Award nominee Greta Gerwig to direct a Barbie movie based on a script that she co-wrote with her husband, Academy Award nominee Noah Baumbach, and then tell me that it's also having an ensemble cast with Margot Robbie as the leading character, as well as Ryan Gosling. And then to cap it all off, there's also America Ferrera, Ncuti Gatwa, and Shang-Chi Simu Liu. I never would have seen that coming, but hey, I'm all for it. And considering how the first trailer looked, I'm actually surprisingly interested. I really want to see what's happening with this movie. I'm just full on curious. I never would have said that in my life, I think, but hey, I think anything can happen now with that. Number 4, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So technically this is a part 1 with part 2, I think, coming next year, which is Beyond the Spider-Verse. So I'm also excited for that, but again, that's next year. This year, we already got 2 trailers, and Phil Lord and Chris Miller are back as producers and wrote the script for this. I think we got new directors this time. I think Joaquim Dos Santos co-directed this new one. Miles is back, as well as Spider-Gwen, or I guess Ghost Spider, as well as her / codename goes. And then we also get Peter B. Parker back, as well as a whole new ensemble Spider cast. And I'm just excited for it because the first one was so good. I mean, it is like the best Spider-Man movie, in my opinion, still. And the animation in this one looks even better. And considering that's from the same team who just kept producing animated hit after hit, say no more. I'm all on board. That's it. At number 3, though, Dune Part 2. Okay, so this is a kind of a little weird because I didn't see Dune in the movies, but as you see, I have my movie room set up, and I just decided that, hey, Dune was streaming on HBO, so why not watch it here, which I did. And I will say, it was grand. It was epic in scale. And surprisingly, the first half of the movie, I wasn't that interested. But man, that last half really hooked me in. I think it did what Andor technically started doing and is still kind of leaning in towards. It starts slow and it allows you to connect and build with the characters, so that when the heavy stuff happens, you feel the intensity, you feel the horror of it, you get hooked. So I feel like that's what Dune Part 1, I guess, in 2021 was all about. And now we have here Dune Part 2, which is going to sum up the other half of the novel, I guess. And I really want to see that in the movies, because I did not know this, but at the time it was filmed with IMAX cameras. And on the digital stream, which when I was watching it on my home theater setup, it just was in CinemaScope, so all the footage was cropped. And when I saw that it won that award for Best Cinematography, I'm like, good? But man, I just didn't experience it the way that the filmmakers intended, because it was shot for IMAX. And when I see the epic grandness of those IMAX shots, man, don't feel like I was left out. So that's an easy pre-order pick that I'm just doing this year. I'm booking my IMAX ticket in advance because I am seeing that on the big screen this year for sure. Say no more. Dune Part 1 got me in. I want to see where it's going from here. And Denis Villeneuve, just a great filmmaker in general. So hey, that's all you need to get for me to go see this. At number 2 though, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So coming off the hot hit of Top Gun Maverick, an all-around just great movie and one of the best box office hits in a long while, and just easily a huge critical acclaim of itself, we find Tom Cruise playing Ethan Hunt yet again in a giant two-parter send-off, of which we get to see, I think, Tom Cruise star in his last Mission Impossible movie. It's plural, because apparently they didn't film this back to back, I know, but I know they were intended to do this, but then COVID got in the way and stuff. So that happened, but what can I say? It's Tom Cruise doing more just insane stunts, and it's filmed for IMAX, and I actually got to see a kind of a quick behind-the-scenes stunt of that motorcycle jump when I saw Avatar. That's my soul. What can I say? It's Tom Cruise in another Mission Impossible movie. You don't need to say much more after that for me. The last 3 were just hit after hit after hit, getting better and better with each one. And judging from that track record, and especially considering how good Top Gun Maverick was, I think it's safe to say we're in for one heck of a ride with Dead Reckoning Part 1. You don't need to say anything more than that. So, I'm all in. Of course, there are some honorable mentions that I could go through, but I think that list is way too long. So I'm just going to restrict it to some superhero films. So, honorable mentions, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What can I say? It's going to be one beautiful, emotional movie that is brought to us by the amazing James Gunn. And I don't know if this is coming out this year or not. Rebel Moon? I don't know if this has a release date yet. It might be next year. But it's another Zack Snyder movie. It's based off of Star Wars media. Based off a pitch he actually made to George Lucas. So, I'm all in. I think that about sums up for my honorable mentions. Not much else there. But at the number 1, my most anticipated film this year is Oppenheimer. What else do I need to say? It's Christopher Nolan doing a biopic on Oppenheimer, the man who built the atomic bomb. We haven't had a movie about that yet, and it's coming from a masterful filmmaker such as Christopher Nolan. He's one of my legend icons that I just look up into. Like, any movie he comes out with, I'm going to go see. I want to experience it. And I actually got to see, when I saw Avatar, The Way of Water, they had like a special IMAX trailer, fully formatted for the big screen, and man, that was massive. That was epic. It's also another ensemble piece featuring Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt. Sorry, I blanked out on that for a sec. Florence Pugh, Matthias Schweighöfer, Gary Oldman. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good people in this. And again, it's Christopher Nolan, and it's shot in IMAX. What more do I need to say? That sells me. And every time I see a new piece of advertisement for this movie, it just gets me even more hyped. I want to see it like right now. But as we all know, patience makes perfect. So I say I'm going to wait out till July, and I'm going to give Nolan all the time he needs to make that one heck of a true cinematic masterpiece. But anyway, that's my most anticipated list of movies for this year. as you can see, quite a variety of itself. Most of it is just purely based off of what I've seen in other previous movies and just me all around just being curious and seeing what's going to happen this year. But more importantly, what are you guys most hyped for this year? Any movies that you're particularly looking into? What's your top fives list? Please let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more content just like this. And stay tuned for more fun videos in the future. Peace out.